Hi guys, my name is Michael Sellers. I'm in New York City right now, and today is September 11th, 2012. I was also in New York City 11 years ago, September 11th, 2001. Right behind me, I'm going to kind of point to it on the screen, these buildings are actually in Manhattan. And again, I live in Brooklyn, so I'm kind of looking at the city. And this tall building right there is the new Trade Center. Now back then there were two towers. I'm going to cut to some footage right now, again on top of a roof, looking from Brooklyn to Manhattan. And you're going to see what I saw. So the first shot here is me literally coming up on the roof and seeing what's going on. There is smoke everywhere. And it's not just smoke. It's kind of like parts of the building that just turned to powder. One building has already gone down. The second building is still standing. Now it's very tough to see. It's very cloudy, so you really can't see downtown that well. But in this video right here that I'm cutting to, the second tower has just gone down. Now, it's really cloudy. The second building has gone down. Basically, the two towers are gone. And back then, a lot of people were confused. They just didn't really know what was going on. Now you have to understand that I was not in Manhattan at the time. It just happened to be that I was working in Brooklyn. If you can imagine, two buildings going down, all the dust, debris, fire, everywhere was a complete mess. Okay guys, let's go into the city. Okay guys, I just got out of the subway. We're about to head over to the World Trade Center. Again, it's still called the World Trade Center. It was back then and it is now. They are rebuilding some buildings there, and they do have a tall one again. Directly behind me is the new Trade Center. You can see that guy right there? It's pretty tall. Back then, the trade centers, the two towers, were 110 stories. This is about the same size, but they're only going to build one. One of the interesting things is that there was a church directly across from the buildings back 11 years ago, and that church survived. I mean, literally right across the street. And I'm going to show you a picture of it right now. This is an event that affected a lot of people, especially this area downtown. You do have to understand that a lot of people come back here every year around this time to sort of pay respects. They are working on a memorial that is somewhat built already underneath the big tower behind me. And most people in a few years can come and just, go to the memorial at any point. I do think parts of it are open right now. Remember that this event was terrible. It was something that should never happen to anybody, any human beings, basically. You also have to remember that there were other planes that day, Pentagon, Pennsylvania, that went down over there. That was Flight 93, and there were two planes here, which took down the two buildings. So, devastating event. It's taken them a while to rebuild, but you just have to understand that it was unnecessary. And whatever politics are involved, whatever governments are involved, things can always be worked out. Human life does not have to be taken.